Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Gamefound critique, where I take a look at a different crowdfunding project every weekday at 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today I'm very excited, like super duper excited to be checking out the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim the Adventure game, funded in under 30 minutes. Yeah, we assume. Like, can we put something useful here, please? You know, what's the starting price, the player count, the time length, anything like that? We assume you're going to be funded. Honestly, I'd assume you'd be funded in 3 seconds, to be quite frank, because it's the freaking Skyrim. But whatever, the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, the adventure game, it's already raised 304,000 euros, an epic cooperative or solo adventure across Skyrim with hundreds of hours of gameplay. Go back to Skyrim with friends, and I do like that. I will say, I think they really did a solid job here sticking the landing, because I'm thinking Skyrim cooperative? What? That sounds amazing. When I was going through, you know, Oblivion for 200 hours or whatever it is, I would have absolutely loved going multiplayer. So that does excite me. As always, when you go into this video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go.
Before the Dragonborn came to Skyrim, you are surviving members of the Blades, a legendary group who long protected the Empire of Tamriel. Abandoned by the Empire.
Now, typically, I'm not the biggest fan of just leaning so heavily on the theme without showing any gameplay, any components. I knock a lot of games for it. However, when you have a game like this, I don't have as much of a problem, because the majority of the people here are not here for the game. They are here for the theme. They are here for the Elder Scrolls. So I completely understand it. Give it a pass here. Yeah, I was hoping you'd cover this one. Oh, it's a prequel. Interesting. I didn't know that.
Empire, you must work together to thwart a plot which threatens the whole of Skyrim.
I do like that seamless transition. I was actually saying to myself, I really wish this was showcasing what this was going to, how this was going to work thematically in the game, and they did it right there on that sword clink. I think that was very well done. Big map. We're zooming out a little too fast. I really want to see what's going on here. Hopefully they zoom back in.
Build a unique character in the world.
Too fast! Too fast! Way too fast!
Build a...
Now, here's the other thing. When you go into a project like this, you have to realize, who are they going for? You have to try and pinpoint it. Are they going for returning customers, people who love Elder Scroll? Are they trying to go for new people? I think that obviously with this, they're going with Elder Scroll fans. It's just a no-brainer. You're not going to try and draw new people in. I think you're just trying to milk those people. And so from that perspective, and when I come from that perspective, I probably say they are a little bit less likely to be in the board game hobby or deep in the board game hobby. Maybe they played Catan. Maybe they played Splendor. A couple things here and there. So speeding this part up, I give it a pass because of the game.
A unique character.
But I do. Oh, and so like right there, that was really nice. But you did it too fast. What they did was they showed us that you could play as both a man or a woman. But it was so stinking fast that I didn't even notice it the first time, which is why I think you need to slow down a little bit. I know they probably were like, all right, we want a 135-second video, not a second over. But come on, that's a really big selling point to a lot of people. I think that could have been spotlighted a little bit better.
Character in the world of the Elder Scrolls. Choose between Enor.
Once again, I wanted to see what that did. I wanted to read.
Choose between Enor, Dunmer, Imperial, Altmer, Khajiit.
So the minis look cool.
Or Orsimer. Equip your
So not much going on the cards, but I suppose you don't really... Oh, now I take it back. That one's got a good deal of stuff on it there. Okay, cool.
Character with a wide range of weapons, spells, and armor. Travel...
Did they... I want to look at this card real quick. They added that in post, right? Because this isn't an actual physical card. This is Tabletop Simulator zoomed in. That's odd. There's like staining on that card. Anywho.
Travel across the whole Holds of Skyrim.
So once again, I wanted to get a glimpse of the box there. I wish they would have slowed that down. Artwork on cards is sort of meh. I agree. The artwork on cards, definitely. Like this card right here, it just... Like maybe some flavor text, maybe some background, something. It just... Yeah. And there's the other thing that I want to mention here. I know this is from Modifius Entertainment, and please, I want to mention this from the beginning. Do you have any good experiences with Modifius Entertainment? These are this to me is one of those Kickstarter companies that I know has games out, and I know I was excited about some of their games. They had the Kung Fu Panda game, they had that other cooperative game by Matt Leacock, but I've never heard anyone say anything about any of their games. Not good, not bad, just not at all. Let me know.
Weapons, spells, and armor.
So
Travel across the Holds of Skyrim.
Or enlarge the picture on the card. That would be good as well.
To places like Riften, Solitude, Falkreath.
And so now I can most clearly see... And look at that. They are really trying to make me think that this is a real board. That's weird. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. That's just odd. But anywho, they're trying to pluck those like, oh yeah, you remember Falkreath? You remember Mythwit or whatever? Okay, good.
And Whiterun. Attempt the huge range of evolving quests.
Okay. I'll be quite frank here. That is the first thing that I've seen in this project in the first minute and 7 seconds that excited me. When I saw it was solo and I saw it was cooperative, that excited me. But now that I see this, this is a... Now, look at all the text on that card.
The game.
That's where the flavor is. Those cards, I agreed with Huckleberry there. They were lackluster looking cards, but that card... Now, that card, I want to kind of read that card. Let's see what...
That change.
For months, I've been rebuilding my life in Windhelm. One day, guards break into my home and arrest me for no apparent reason. I'm thrown in an empty cell and left there to rot. The guards show up drunk at night celebrating my capture. One of them falls asleep close to my door. I can see the keys poking out of his pocket, and while he's still asleep, grab them. I escape through the Windhelm jail. My path takes me to the barracks, where one of the guards who arrested me sleeps. I search through his belongings until I find a mysterious note. Flip this card. So this is hot. So that's most likely the first card you're going to read. You're kind of escaping, you know, if you're familiar with Skyrim, obviously normally you're in like the wagon and you're handcuffed or whatever. So cool. And this is a lot of text here. What's on the back?
The game with each decision.
Oh, yes. So choose your own adventure. They can't say that, but choose your path. Excellent. Now this is exciting. This is hot. I would go back into that main image where they said that it was solo, is cooperative, and I would mention this is kind of a pick your own adventure game. Now, you can't say choose your own adventure, but whatever word you want to choose, I would mention that because that's hot. That is very hot. People love these style games.
Explore the wilderness. Gain side quests from mysterious character.
Oh, wow. Look at that mysterious character there. Like, don't get me wrong. I love how much information is on this card. I really do. There's stuff here, there's this, there's that. It's just like just a little bit, like a little more artwork there. Maybe when good, squeeze it in somewhere. I don't know.
Explore ancient ruins and tombs. Battle Draugr, Frostbite Spiders, and Daedra.
Why did we only focus on 3 enemies? That just seemed kind of odd. I feel like they were like, hey, make sure you mention that you're going to know these enemies. There's going to be familiar ones. But it was just so odd that they just mentioned those very 3 oddly specific ones. Maybe it's just me. Look at that mysterious character there. But let's see what's on this card, though. Yeah, this looks good. So looks like we got a tracker here. Yeah, this, like, gameplay-wise. And here's, you know, just a little smidge bit of artwork. Just adds so much flavor there. But looking at this card, this actually gets me really excited. This makes me a little bit wary about that rule booklet. Hopefully they had a how to play video coming up. But that card...
Spiders and Daedra. As you delve deeper.
Yep, you keep... oh, wow. So you have numerous cubes keeping track of things. This all looks really good. Gameplay-wise.
Your foes become increasingly deadly. Gain experience and amazing treasures. Up.
That looks so, like, bare bones. Like, I gotta say, like, this, like, maybe they were going for bare bones. Maybe this is really useful information. It's just, I feel like this could get spruced up just a little bit more. Really dig me more into the flavor. But I do like the fact that they're showcasing the fact that it's a dual-layer board. Things are going to sit in here. That is nice.
Experience and amazing treasures.
It would be nice if they had monsters they were not in the game. Yeah, that was honestly kind of what I was expecting a little bit. But like the monsters you know, and then new monsters. I thought that'd be intriguing as well. But maybe that's, you know, when you're dealing with an IP like Elder Scrolls, I'm sure they probably don't want Modifius just being like, hey, look, we just made new stuff. Like, people would be pissed. People would be just livid. I wouldn't be one of those people, but there would be people like that.
Upgrade and enchant your gear. Level up
Ooh, that was cool. So you can upgrade your
your
armor.
character with a wide range of unique skills and abilities.
Whoa! This is a whole skill track? That's what's gonna go in there? Wow! This is really cool. It's going way too fast. This stuff is going way too fast.
Play
Like, I want to know that. But once again, we got to look at it from this perspective. The majority of the people who are going to be in this Kickstarter are going to be Elder Scrolls fans first. And so I think that's why they're choosing to speed through this, to kind of gloss through it, because most people, honestly, the biggest selling point for this game will have nothing to do with its gameplay or its publisher or the designer or the art or anything. It's the fact that it's an Elder Scrolls Skyrim game. I mean, it's been ported to literally like 8 different consoles. So it's just
through 6 chapters of 2 huge campaigns in this endlessly replayable adventure game.
Okay, now that was a really good shot. Like, they're still going. To showcase. God, how many cards are in there? That. I will tip my imaginary hat. That was a really nice shot.
The Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Okay.
The adventure game. On Gamefound now.
I know. I'm here. But if I wasn't. Okay. That was really, I thought that was well done, especially for the market. I think they should have focused a little bit longer on certain things, but when you're just trying to convince video gamers to buy board games, I think they did a spectacular job there. Very well done, I do think. So, before we get into it, as always, so do I want it? Yes. So can you do it? How much is it? Now, Gamefound makes it weird to look at can you do it, but luckily I can go back to Kickstarter, because I used to be on Kickstarter, take a look, and pretty much what you're doing here is you're just making sure that their past campaigns are not flaming dumpster fires, and they got published. So we'll look at their 3 most recent and make sure these games are in fact out. People got their stuff. People are complaining. Is there any plan when the missing PDFs will be released? Thanks for your work on the University RPG. It's a wonderful work. I love the books. If you're missing something you should have or have paid for multiple waves of shipping, please support and let them know. Okay, so we got a couple stragglers in here, but it looks like for the most part, people got their stuff. Excellent. Let's check out how they're doing the updates. January 8th, November 8th, November 1st, October. So it looked like it was about monthly, roundabout. Okay, let's get to the most recent board game, because this is another role-playing game. But we should check 9,000 comments. Wow, really tickling that Kickstarter algorithm there. Wave Stained Crimson pre-order. What is this? More previews and Age of Conan dev starts. Okay, so it's not out yet. So that one is not shipped. But let's check out the last board game, which is the Kung Fu Panda board game, which I know hit with a very resounding thud. And I was actually really excited about this game. But I know this game is out. Final choices, shipping update, packed, and thing for the factory. Let's check out the comments just out of curiosity here. Still have not received my copy about a year ago, and I tried emailing them, and it says it's not a valid email. Well, David, you can go get bent. We don't check our previous comments. So that's a little bit disconcerting to me, and that's exactly why we go into these, because if you're going to back a Kickstarter, and I'm going to say, hey, I'm giving this an A+ or whatever it is, I want to feel comfortable on the do I want it, the can you do it, and the how much is it, and stuff like this makes me feel not so comfortable in the can you do it. Now, some people don't go back and check their previous campaigns' comments, but, okay. I'm glad to see it's not just me. I also thought 2 years is a long time to not be able to deliver anything. I'll do what others have done now and reach out on email for support. Ooh, made some fun partying at this game. Very fun, and made some laugh and some frustrating, but all my friends or family asked me to replay with it. That's good. Matt, please email them. They'll be able to help you. I've not received my master part of the pledge, but I did so. This is just, when's the last time they popped in, huh? How far do we have to go? Let's play it. I'm going to guess 7 months. 7 months? 1 year? This is bad. This is just bad. How far do I keep going? This is a live stream. Like, oh man, this is bad. This is just, oh my. Where's a green? So what I'm doing is I'm scrolling looking for a green rectangle. I'm looking for them communicating with their fan base in any way, shape, or form. And it's not here. Because normally you'll see, you'll see the green rectangle. So the can you do it? Yes, but with an asterisk. Because once again, I go back to my original point that I made, that I've never heard anyone say anything good or bad about any of their games. And then I see this customer service and I say, yeah, a little bit scared. A little bit scared on that. But do I want it? Yeah, it's a freaking Skyrim board game. So, 1 to 4 players, 90 minutes to play, ages 14 plus. If you're someone who's played Skyrim before and you're wondering whether a tabletop adaptation would be really cool, or you're looking for a narrative-driven game, you just love the IP of Skyrim, I mean, this is the ticket. This really is. So, I like to break down quotes, because this quote at first glance looks like a really bad quote to me. If you're someone who's played Skyrim before, and you're wondering whether a tabletop adaptation would be really cool, or you're looking for a narrative-driven game, so if you're looking for a story game, or if you're looking for a tabletop version of Skyrim, or if you just love the IP of Skyrim, this is the ticket. This really is. So pretty much what this whole quote is doing me is just telling me, hey, this is a Skyrim board game, and it feels like a Skyrim board game. I don't like that quote. Once again, I don't put it on Rolling Solo. I put it on Modifius because they pinpointed that particular part of this video. That's what I really like about it. It evokes a lot of what is great about board games, that sense of exploration and adventure. It evokes a lot of what is great about board games, the sense of exploration and adventure. I'm not a fan of either of these quotes. If you're familiar with Skyrim the video game, I would assume I am. This definitely does carry over a lot of the core concepts of the video game. Oh! Okay, so this is some fourth wall stuff. This is some Bowers Game Corner stuff where I'm brutally honest. These quotes really scare me. That these are the 3 best quotes. These are the headliners here. And none of these quotes tell me anything about the game except for, hey, it's a Skyrim game. It feels like a Skyrim game. Okay, let's keep going. But that concerns me. Before the Dragonborn, we're in the theme, 1 to 4 players, 90 to 120 minutes per chapter, a group of solo adventure board game with hundreds of hours gameplay. We already talked about this. Why back now? There's stuff. It's okay, I can't click on it, but it'll tell me. So I will say, I do like this. Why back now? Tabletopish Simulator Demo, so I know that's a thing if I want to check it out. Special pricing, which doesn't really tell me much of anything, except I'm getting a deal. First wave shipping, Gamefound exclusives, and then pledges from $95, and I do like the fact they converted that. So the base pledge I'm looking at is $95, and I do like the fact that they told me that right there. So how much is it? $95. I feel like for the type of game that I'm getting, I don't have a problem with that. MSRP, once again, is typically around $60, but this is a game that is offering quite literally hundreds of hours of unique gameplay, which means it's kind of like a unicorn game. Not to mention they have to pay extra to use the Skyrim IP, which is always something you have to consider into this. It's why, you might be looking at a game, you get it. If you want to use Marvel, if you want to use Skyrim, you're going to have to pay more money. So, don't have an issue with that price. So, how much is it? So far, so good. But let's see what's this $220 thing right here, which is, once again, is this something that I love about Gamefound. They put this right here. What pledge level do they want me to take? It is the deluxe tier, so let's check it out real quick. Core games, expansions, miniature upgrade set, neoprene mat, metal tokens, and all stretch goals. This pledge does not include shipping. So let's see. If I click on this, it's going to tell me more. Yeah, it's going to give me a nice component list. All right, good. Reward tiers. Oh, I gotta say, I love this. They're not beating around the bush. They get straight down to the price. Excellent. At least 20% stripped from their margins with the IP. Oof, 20%. Our pre-built reward tiers offer 3 different ways to approach our game. Just want the core game and a few minis at a great price? That's the base tier. Want all the games and all the expansion? The gameplay tier is for you. How about everything, including the massive horde included in the miniatures upgrade set and all the accessories? You're absolutely aiming for the deluxe tier. I gotta say, I love how they're doing this pledge level here. It's clean, it's clear, it's nice, it gets straight down to the business. I would like to see all the components. I would, zoomed in, but I gotta say, I like how clean this is. Like, let me know. Do you like this? You can also drop down to the add-on sections and custom build your own tier. This was phrased so well. Like, that is, and honestly, you're like, why are you focusing on just this one paragraph? I can't think of another Kickstarter where there's just been a paragraph that's just been so clean and clear and concise about their shopping area. Which I think, especially considering you're going to have a lot of people, this probably is going to be, I'm going to make a prediction, and I can't check it here. This is probably going to be the kind of thing that gets a lot of people to potentially sign up for Gamefound. Because Skyrim's a big deal. So we got the gameplay tier, 140. Once again, you decided, so this is a really interesting choice right here. You have the price, but then you also have a different price, and neither of those prices are the US price, which you did earlier. Like, you know that you should do this. Like, you're like, all right, we know the majority of people who are going to back this are from the United States of America, so we should convert it to US currency. And you do that right here. But then you get down here and you're like, let them figure it out their own damn self. Like, and granted, Gamefound luckily probably has your back when I click on this, but that's just an odd choice there. So 140, I don't know how much that is. 220, I really don't know how much that is. And then, so why? Why would you have 68 and then 82? Is this supposed to be US dollars? Like, it's just, I'm assuming this is a typo, maybe. So now there's just a little bit of confusion. What? I don't want the deluxe tier. I want to look at what's in the deluxe tier. Damn it, Gamefound. All right. So this is going to tell me the US price. It does. I thought it does. No, it doesn't. Okay. So, don't know what it is in my currency. Dawnguard expansion from the Ashes expansion, once again, that are gameplay, and this is all cosmetic, and I love how they did that. So well done. So now we get the base contents. Good. I'd love to see this zoomed in on. I really would. Just zoom. Because here's the other thing. I thought they did it here, didn't they? No, it's still kind of zoomed out. I would like to see this zoomed in. I want to look at these player boards. I want to look at these tokens. I want to look at these custom dice. 5 game save boxes? Wow. Now here, I think, is a misstep here. I think the fact that these game save boxes were not mentioned in the video is a mistake. Because when I see these game save boxes, the first thing I think is like, oh, Gloomhaven. You know, and Gloomhaven, well, it's like the #1 game on all of Board Game Geek, and it's like the #5 game on all of Board Game Geek, and once Frosthaven comes, it's going to have the #1, the #2, and like the #7 game of all time. So when you talk about save boxes, I think it's hot. I think it moves the needle. 8 reference cards. Oh, man, like right here. Zoom in, zoom in. I want to see these. I want to see both sides. 6 double-sided character cards, 293 quest cards. Oh, such good. Dungeon cards, 196. The fact the game is being developed for quite a while now and there's no prototypes available is pretty sus. What? No prototypes available? Didn't we have 3 quotes? Oh, I bet this was about the
skill quests.
Tabletop Simulator. Okay, Tabletop Simulator. That makes sense. Got it. We got the game box, stuff, cards. Once again, not zoomed in, so I don't really care. Dawnguard expansion. 4 new heroes. That's hot. 16-page rules and campaign book. 4-sided double card. So once again, wow, cool. A whole bunch of new stuff. I can't read any of it, so I don't give a damn. Like, that's frustrating. Frustrating. Followers? Spawning cards? Is that a new mechanism? No, it's not. It's not. There's only a Tabletop Simulator mod available, and it isn't even complete. Missing the marketplace. How important, though, so Seth, sounds like you were more in the know on this. How important is the marketplace to the gameplay, just out of curiosity? From the Ashes expansion, and then so this is going to be an expansion, but also it's going to get more as they unlock stretch goals. So pretty much, if you want to get stretch goals, you're going to have to get that 200, or not 220. You don't have to get the 220, you just have to get the 140 pound, euro, whatever. They only got access to Tabletop Simulator. That's, I guess, So here's the thing with that. At first glance, when I hear that they don't have physical prototypes, I say to myself, oh, well, they can do it all on Tabletop Simulator. But that's a lot of playtesting on Tabletop Simulator. Like, there's just not a prototype. Like, that just blows my mind. I've never heard, like, when's the last time you were on a Kickstarter page or a Gamefound page and someone's like, oh, yeah, they don't have a prototype. That's so weird. Okay. Miniatures, upgrade set, cool. Once again, these should be zoomed in on. Game overview, awesome, good stuff. Unlocks, okay, so we got unlocks. So welcome Whiterun. So we're funded, boom. The adventure game, base game funded. So this is Chapter 2, A World of Progress. So this is the stretch goal area. I don't know why we're doing unlocks. Why can't we call it stretch goals? People know what stretch goals is. I feel like you should use the most popular verbiage. Let me know what you think. Are you more excited about unlocks or stretch goals? Does it matter? That's a poll I'm going to put up. I was hoping for this game, but I think I'll hold my dinero for some other game. Oh, no. I'm hoping... I'm not wowed yet. I'm very intrigued because of the Skyrim name, but I'm not wowed. Like, I want to play it. No, you know I am. 226 of those cards. I just need to see more before I plunk down however much money it is. 140 euros. What is that? That's like 170 plus shipping. So we're looking at like $200. Ooh, that is... Yeah, that's dicey. More unlocks coming soon. So what did we unlock? So, and I wish it would like have some sort of symbol to let me know we unlocked it as well. Or maybe there's just, I just think it's nicer. And so what we're unlocking is miniatures. Alternate character miniature sculpts. Oh, so the first thing we're getting is extra versions of the minis. So if you want to play as the female Khajiit or the male Khajiit, you can do it. Okay. I don't have a problem with that one. No, I don't have a problem with that one. I think that one, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Which would you, because that's the weird thing. Would you rather have more gameplay or would you rather have this? I think you'd rather have this, but I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I'm going to shut up. Updates that feature stretch goal unlocks NA. But yeah, you know what? I think you have to go with the way they're going. Because the bottom line is, if you didn't go with that way, I think some people would be really upset. Because it's like, oh, I could have had the option to actually play as my chosen gender that I wanted to in the game, but instead I got this marketplace card. I don't know. It's a weird one. Why no unlocks for the base game? Because get bent. Some projects remove game content for the base game to make it look like you're getting stretch goals for the base game. We're not even going to do that, and that is true. Social lock picking challenge. Ooh, what is this? Follow, like, share, and watch to help achieve these social goals. Each social goal gains a lock pick. Lock picks open treasure chest. 35,000 likes. Jesus, on their Facebook at Modifius. Wow. So I want to see how close they are to that, just out of curiosity. Because if they're like 3,000 or something, I'm just going to laugh. So Modifius. 35,000 people. Oh, they already hit it. Well, good for them. Awesome. So it was a very reasonable goal. And so then this is actually really clever. This is actually insanely smart. Yeah, more gameplay. I agree with Andy. I want to see a gameplay video. I want to see a how to play video. I want to see the rule booklet, which I don't think I've seen yet. But this is brilliant. Because not only is this making the game better and making the Kickstarter better, it's actually making them as a company better, which is brilliant. 35,000 likes. So, now we get 40,000. Now we get 45,000. Now we get 50. Those are likes they're going to have forever. Like, are you really going back and unliking Modifius? Probably not. So this is genius, and I'm totally stealing it if I ever do another Kickstarter, which I hope I never do because I hate running Kickstarters. But this right here, full point grade, bumping this up because this is brilliant. Steal this. If you are a game creator, steal this. This is fantastic. Social goals that also raise you up as a company and give you a louder megaphone. That is so smart. Love that, Modifius. Update the future social. So yeah, so what are we unlocking? Oh, we opened treasure chests. Man, it'd be cool to know what that means. I'm assuming it means we're going to unlock something in the expansion, but still, I'd like to know more. So the Tomes Overflow Part 1. So this is a mini campaign. What is this? It's just kind of thrown in here. Links to all the socials. Great. I would have made it clickable. I know it's a lot of extra work. I'll actually just break it up into parts. Whatever. Updates that feature social. What the hell is this section? This is the first treasure chest. Oh, thank you, William. Yes, this is the first treasure chest. Now I see the treasure chest there. I feel like this could have a more. I feel like this should be higher, first and foremost. Stretch goals and social unlocks. Because as always I say, when you first launch a Kickstarter or a Gamefound, your whole goal is to get funded. But once you get funded, then you need to pivot to try and make it the best possible game you can. So I think this should be higher. But I also think that this should have a little bit more of a marquee over it. So now we get to the deluxe tier. 220 euros. Is there any way for me to figure out how much this actually is in... Alright, 220 euros is $254.74. Oh, yeah. So $254 plus shipping if I'm all in. And then if I want just the gameplay, which I think is what most people would probably go for, 162.11. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I think what most gamers might go for. I think most Elder Scroll people are going to go for the big one. So the 10th anniversary base game tier. Okay, so now we're getting a little weird here. Gamefound lets you... Oh, I must it. It should definitely be clear. I agree. So Gamefound apparently can let you convert to US. I didn't see that, but big ups. So 10th anniversary base game tier. What does this mean? 10th anniversary. Includes the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, the adventure game at steep discount. Does not include any stretch goals. The pledge does not include shipping. You will be asked to do the shipping after the campaign. So why is it the 10th anniversary? Because it's the 10th anniversary since Skyrim, I guess? It's a little odd. Deluxe tier, 922, 560, and then 437. So what that tells me... Oh, it's pounds. Thank you so much, Sailor Momo. So this is actually really telling right here. And I've been kind of, let's be honest, I've been a little bit critical on this. I've been unimpressed by everything I've seen, and I think that these numbers right here really spotlight that. The fact that the gameplay tier has less than just the base game, the fact that this isn't just astronomically the winner tells me that I don't think you sold it well enough at all. $300 US. Oh, golly, that's not even covered shipping yet. So next to unlock, the Tomes Overflow Part 1. Stretch goals, 5 of 6. Why is it only 5 of 6? So we have the minis, alternate minis, whatevs. Game funded add-ons if you want to create your own tier, which once again, I think they mentioned that very nicely. Call to Arms Starter Bundle. Cool. This is a thing, apparently. I didn't really know about that thing, but apparently it's a thing I can get. I love when they just spring things. So rule book, let's check this out. Give it a glance, Reno. PDF. So there's a rule booklet and a scenario booklet, and you're making me download it. I gotta go through extra steps. No thanks. That scares me, because I'm worried it's gonna lag everything. That's why I'm not downloading it. Playthroughs. Okay, so we do have a playthrough.
Welcome, everyone.
2-hour full gameplay. Okay. Cool. That's good to have. There's a lot of RPG elements to this. Yeah, I noticed that as well. Like this. There's certain parts that look really, really cool about this. I just don't think they're spotlighting it well enough. But now we're getting into the stuff that's like, oh, yeah. Like, oh, what is this? It's cool. Great. Neat. Gameplay-wise, I'm excited to actually play this game. It's just that price. That price is a hard sell. If you're someone who played Skyrim before and you're wondering whether a tabletop adaptation would be really cool, oh my gosh, this is the part where they regurgitate quotes. Don't you love it? Don't you just love it when you're like, oh yeah, I already read this quote at the top. And did they do that again? No, but look, they added a new quote in here. Check out the interview posted by Charlie Hall. Okay. You couldn't have picked out a quote from the interview, like a good quote? All right. If you're familiar with Skyrim, the video game, this definitely does carry over a lot of the lore and concepts. Oh, we already talked about this. Rolling overview and gameplay. Yeah, this was
now it's worth it.
This was so smart. This is the kind of thing that I should do, and I'm very interested. Let's see how many views they got on this. Yeah, 4,426. So that's a lot of interested people. Solo playthrough, previews, shipping, and production. So we get to the shipping. Once again, it's buried at the bottom, but I can give it a pass because Gamefound lets me, if I wanted to, just click right there to know. So I do love Gamefound. All toolings have been complete. We're talking about the development, yada, yada, yada. Cool. They're showing me it's been around for a while. The shipping. Hey, here we go. There's no hiding the fact that, shipping sucks. We get it. The following are estimated shipping costs for each tier. Rest of the world is a general estimate. So cool. And I do like the fact that, once again, they have broken it down into all the different tiers, because you'd say, of course they do that. Everyone does that. No, not everyone does that. Sometimes they just have one price, and you're like, wait, is that the price for all the different pledge levels, or just for the most popular pledge level, or what the hell's going on? So I will say this is clean and clear, even though I would convert it to the currency. Because that's the other thing that really annoys me. They did it right at the beginning. They converted the first number to United States currency, and then the rest they're like, screw it, we're done. It's Skyrim. We don't have to work that hard. Now, let me rephrase that. We don't have to do that, because clearly there's a lot of work put into this Kickstarter. It's just the organization gig. So 1540, 1650 to 1870, so you're looking at a very expensive game here. What if I just want the base game? That's what I want to know. I forgot about that. Was it 64? Was it $85? Yeah, it was $85.90. So you're looking at like $110 for the base game with shipping. So how are they avoiding that? Are they avoiding that? One of the reasons we've worked hard to complete everything in advance of this launch is to minimize any possible delays. Not about that. If you're note about that. Here in the UK, USA, Canada, or Australia, you will need to pay VAT or duty on your rewards, as they will be. Oh, you will. Oh, you will not. Wow. That is a big. So that, once again, goes to what I was saying. I feel like little things like that should be spotlighted a little bit more. Like, you might just gloss over this. Now, granted, if you're specifically looking for it, I don't think you would. But still, I would spotlight that, because that is a big deal. That is a big deal to a lot of people. And UK, look at you, 715? Get out of here. Woo! Good for you. Go get this, UK. Well, I mean, if you're into it. We're working with many partners who like to translate this game to different languages. Cool previous works. Once again, I have not heard anything about those games. Which scares me. You know, because the bottom line is, some games are good, some games are bad, and then some games just kind of, You know, and we've all had those. The kind of games where you play them, you're like, I'm glad you own this game. And I don't know. I'm just curious. So visit us online, refunds and cancellation. Let me know, did you have any experience with any Modifius games? They are major players in the RPG realm, and that is what I was kind of sensing here, because I saw they had a bunch of IP role-playing games. But in the board game realm. Alright, so let's check out the comments, the FAQs, the updates. Give this a grade. Granted, it's not the same as Kickstarter because they're not really trying to compete with anybody else. Welcome to the Elder Scroll, the adventure game. We would like to hear your awesome... Oh, so this is the pin one. Some questions about the translations that the creators have not answered so far. Will this people be able to buy their translated version with the same benefits like in this campaign, or yada, yada, yada? So that was asked... today, not answered. Many questions asked. So we're in talks with a few different companies at the moment. Unfortunately, this means we can't give you an answer here. So I do see them popping in here and answering questions. And awesome. They have more than one person as well. They got Hera Lamamos, Hera Lampos. I apologize for that. Zach. So they have numerous people answering questions. So we should have some guys in customer service here like that. FAQ. Why are there no unlocks for the base game? Because we hate you. Will there be a pledge manager, and how do I use it? Will there be a miniatures only pledge? Oh my gosh, this is an ugly FAQ area. I highly recommend organizing the way that Reload from Colossal Games does it, because do you really want to go through here? So how that would work essentially, so these first four would just say all shipping. So if you're going to shipping, and these three would say pledge manager, and these two would say pledge or stretch goals or whatever it is. Let's check out the updates. The journey begins. So this just launched today, so I imagine it's not going to be that engaging, or not that much. We've divided the monetary stretch goals into theme chapters that will release every few days or less throughout the campaign. Together, they'll tell the story of our journey over the course of the next month. So, they'll be unleashed every few days if you hit the goals, right? Because they're stretch goals. Along the way, also accumulate locks through picks through our social goals. And now, let's get to our first chapter unlock. So you're going into the theme, showing me the minis. Okay. Solid enough, but once again... If this were a Kickstarter update, this would be not a very good Kickstarter update, because they're not getting people engaged. But since it's Gamefound, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to engage anybody. Doesn't really matter. You're not competing with anybody, really. There's no popularity chart. So, final grade on this one. Do I want it? Yes. But you were grandfathered in. It's a Skyrim game. Come on. Of course I want it. I love Skyrim. Can you do it? Yes. But, once again, I've heard nothing good or bad about any of your games, and you know, I hear a lot about games. You know, it's kind of my thing. So that concerns me. Not to mention, I go back to the previous Kickstarter. See, you haven't responded to any of the comments in, like, the last few years on some projects, despite the fact people are having major issues, and then they say, hey, I emailed you, but your email didn't go through. Like, that's a ticky-tack. That gets you a little check mark, a negative check mark, but that check mark gets canceled out by that amazing section they had, which I don't remember what it was. And then, how much is it? I feel like the price is high. And I don't feel like it's weird, because this is not a miniatures game per se. And honestly, I would love to try this game out without the miniatures. Like, it doesn't even look like you need the miniatures. Like, they're great, they're cool, there's monsters on the board now, and my piece gets to go from point A to point B. But let's be quite frank, you don't need any of these minis. So when I look at it from that perspective, and then I see the stretch goals are all just cosmetics. It's just, oh, here's an extra mini for the monster, the thing, and they're not cards. It makes me a little bit less excited. I wonder if they are manufactured in the UK. I bet you dollars to donuts they're totally manufactured in the UK, because I don't know how else they'd be able to do $7. That's really good. So final grade on this one. Do I want it? Absolutely. Can you do it? Concerned. How much is it? Really high. See? C. Yeah, I'd say this is an okay IP, big video game adaptation Kickstarter. The Gamefound project itself. I'm not grading the game. I'm never grading the game, just to let you in on this. I'm grading the project. I don't think it really did a great job spotlighting certain things. I think it has everything it needs. I think it's organized weirdly. But let me know in the comments below, what is your grade for the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, the adventure game? Let me know in the comments below. And also, if you enjoy this segment, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, because every single time we go into a Kickstarter or Gamefound project, it's a weird, wild journey. Never quite know where we're going. And I love when you come along with me. So as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.